With us is Gary Fudge. He is Director for the Americas for mcor Technologies. Gary, how are you?
Doing well, thanks.
Thank you for having us here. Can you please explain to our audience what mcor Technologies is all about?
Well, mcor Technologies has developed a revolutionary 3D printing technology that allows you to use standard office copy paper as the main consumable to print. What that translates into for our customers a very low cost to print 3D objects. And I can explain the way the technology works if you like. The way the technology works, again, we use standard office copy paper. We load it into the machine just like you would a standard copier or printer in your home. And it takes one sheet of paper at a time. It cuts the cross section for that particular geometry using a tungsten carbide tip. And then we apply a water-based adhesive, similar to like an Elmer's glue. And then we add another sheet. We press that, and we repeat the process over and over again until we get your part or parts out of the machine. So at the end, you have a stack of paper with your part or parts, not only with the geometry, but with the color as well. The unit does 1 million plus colors. And here's a couple of fun things that we did. A banana. The parts are very durable. They feel like wood, which makes sense, right? Because you're putting paper back in its original form. But again, you can see it comes out with all the, not only the geometry, but the color. So it's used a lot in product development engineering, where they're trying to do fit, form, function tests. It's used a lot in GIS, architectures. Architects use it a lot to create models for their customers. And it's a lot of fun things that are used, like you can do a little scan, like we did a scan here in my face, and it comes out again with all the color and the geometry. And it's an automated process. You turn the machine on, feed it a file, come back several hours later or in the morning after night, and you got your parts there.
So I guess this is a very eco-friendly product.
Exactly, very green, very eco-friendly. We like to say the technology is accessible. And it's accessible from several aspects. The cost aspect is one. There's a lot of 3D printing technologies that you'll buy into where it's like 2D printing, where you buy the printer and they get you on the back end, where you go back and you find out the consumables cost a lot. Well, our consumables are very low cost, again, because we use paper, and you can find the paper anywhere. We don't control the cost. So what you would spend, if you spent $20,000, $30,000, or $40,000 in consumables with other technologies, it's only a few hundred to a few thousand with ours. But on top of that, it's paper, it's a water-based adhesive, so you don't have to worry about having to deal with chemicals or dispose of chemicals. So anybody can use it. And then printer is pretty easy to run too. It's like running an office copier or a printer at home. And then when the parts come out, again, it's paper and water-based glue. So if you don't like it for some reason, you can throw it in the garbage, start over again. And again, you're not too worried about the cost aspect. It's not like you're throwing away hundreds or thousands of dollars. It's just a few dollars because it's a low-cost part.
How long has this particular technology been out there in the market?
Well, that's a good question. The company's been around for several years, and the technology's been around for several years. It's a company based in Ireland. Two brothers, the McCormick brothers, Fenton and Connor, developed this technology because there were some accessibility issues with 3D printing. And they developed this over the years and took their time to really do it right. And then only until about a year or two ago, they decided, hey, we've really got something here, because people kept asking them to build printers. They weren't really out there trying to sell it. So they quit their jobs, their day jobs, they sought out venture capital funding out of Silicon Valley, recruited me and my counterparts to come on board and really proactively start selling the technology. So we've been out on the market selling it. Long-winded answer to your question, but we've been out on the market selling it for about the last year and a half, 2 years.
Do you have any plans to bring the technology to Latin America?
Absolutely. We actually have a dealer in Brazil, and we're actively talking to other dealers throughout Latin America, potential dealers. So we're very eager to bring more people on board to show the technology, because for us, it's a lot of people don't even know this exists, and when they see it, they say, "I can't believe you can do this." And so for us, it's a lot about finding the right dealers, the right people, and to promote the technology. And I think pretty soon that you'll see dealers throughout all of Latin America.
What expectations did you bring to this particular show?
Well, the reprographics industry is an industry that can relate to our product a lot. A lot of people know 3D printing because it's exploded over the last few years, the technology, and a lot of people have become aware of it. At this show, this is one of our first reprographic shows in the U.S., and a lot of people here can really relate to the technology because it's paper, right? And they're used to seeing paper and working with paper, and they like the idea that not only that it's paper, but it's full color. And that's pretty unique to us. I mean, there's no other company out there that 3D prints in paper, and full color is something that's very difficult to do and challenging to do. And we're one of the two companies out there that can do full color with 3D printing. So we're seeing. We wanted to come to this show to really introduce the technology to this industry, and we're getting a very good reception. We're constantly packed in this booth. It's really hard to keep up, and I think now that people know that we exist and people know about us in this industry, I think we're going to be very well received.
Now, Gary, to finish up, can you please send a greeting to our audience in Latin America?
Well, thanks for your time, and hello, Latin America. My name's Gary Fudge with mcor Technologies. I'd really appreciate if you check us out. I think you'll find us a very unique and interesting product. And you can reach us at www.mcortechnologies.com.